Yo, what's going on, everybody? Shady Low back here again. It is I'm currently outside of my office right now. It's 2:52 p.m. 96 degrees outside in sunny Florida. I'm about to start my new video when I get home, but I just got a notification on my phone that the samples, some of the samples that I ordered for material-wise, just arrived at the house, and now I'm super excited to get back home. Trying to rush to get back home so I can check out these samples. It's always good to see, you have these ideas in your head and things like that, but it's always good to see, your ideas starting to come to life. And while the samples are not the actual designs that I'm looking to do, but it's the material that I'm looking to use for the watch bands. So I'm excited to see this in person, and I've been dealing with different manufacturers online for the past month or so. So I'm very excited to get back home and show you guys. Hopefully they're good samples, so not a letdown. So we'll see. I'll also go over some of the websites I've been using and different manufacturers I've been reaching out to get these samples in. So I'll be looking over that shortly. What's going on, everybody? Shady Low back here again. So yesterday, I know I recorded when I was in the car on my way home. I actually knocked out because I was super exhausted, so I didn't even get a chance to check out the samples till this morning. I wanted to make sure I have enough energy and everything, and had to get up early for work. So I got my coffee, I got my vape. Now I'm ready. I couldn't wait. I had to open it. So I just opened the packages and I got some samples in for watch bands that I'm going to be researching, and I think I may have found the one. So I'm going to start with this one right here. This is made out of nylon material. I actually received it. This one I received a few weeks ago from one manufacturer that I was dealing with, and I liked it, but it wasn't exactly what I'm looking for. For some reason, it's either just too thick for my liking and just too rough in my opinion. I'm not sure. It feels kind of smooth. I think over time it kind of loosened up a little bit. It might have been just from the packaging, but the adapters look decent. They're not too bad. I don't like the three buckles going on, the whole three buckle action over here. That just looks a little too bulky for what I'm looking to do. But these are not the colors I'm going to be doing. These are just samples that they sent me. So this is one of them. Not too bad. I would rate it maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10, with 10 being the best. I don't know. It's just something about it. I'm not liking 100%. Maybe just too thick, too either, I'm not sure, too rough, or but I got another one in. This one's made out of polyester, I believe. It feels pretty smooth. It's light compared to this one. This one's a little heavier. This one's way lighter, thinner. It just has a cheap feel to it. I'm not sure how this would work on wrist. I'm going to try to test it out. But it does feel a little bit cheaper in my opinion, and I don't want to. If that's one thing I want to make sure I do right, is go for good quality, and quality is most important. I'd rather pay more for a product to be made, and have it the best quality possible for whatever material I'm using, instead of using cheap material just to cut down my costs. So my motto is, if it's great, they will buy. So and then this one is another one I got. This is actually from this is the official Apple Nike band watch. I was looking into more of the silicone and things like that, and just to see. This is a design I like, but there's not much you can do with the colors besides change this color. You can't really do much. I have seen some manufacturers offer like patterns like this maybe on the silicone, but I'm not sure how that would look, to be honest. So I might steer away from this type of material, even though it does feel good and is good for things like the pool, swimming, water in general and workouts. So that's what I like about these ones here. And then these babies came in yesterday, and I really like them. So for example, this is from another manufacturer, same material as this, so same nylon material. The buckles are going to be different. So as you can see, that's right. So instead of having the 3 buckles, it has this little strap thing right here. The buckle's a little bit smaller, and then the band itself does seem a little bit thinner, but it just feels great. It's way smoother. It's silkier. But my only concern with this one now is that depending on the quality, I'm not sure, how good the craftsmanship is on it. But I'm gonna have to test it out with some wear and tear to see if it frays at all on any of the sides, because that's one of my main concerns, is I don't want it to fray. The adapters themselves are pretty cool. They don't look cheap at all. Compared to the Apple ones, of course, the Apple ones are great quality and everything, but I really like this one. So they also sent me another color just to kind of see. So they sent me a blue one. So I like the way this feels. I'm gonna have to test it on the wrist. Actually, let me do that now. Let me see if I can do this quickly. So take off that. I love these ones right here. The Modern Buckles by Apple. These are one of my favorites. Feels great. I think even in my other video, you can see it does have some wear and tear. I've had it for a few years, but it's still holding up. I've worn it in water by accident, but still working. I mean, you can see even the adapters look, in person, you can tell that they're a little bit more durable, in my opinion. But let's see how this looks on there. All right, so now I'm gonna actually test it out with the blue one here. I kind of like the way this looks. I might test it out for a couple days actually. Everything fits pretty good. Fits nice and tight in there. It's not loose or anything like that, so it doesn't feel cheap at all. I mean, to me, it kind of looks like one of the official bands, from Apple. So let's see how it looks. This is a little bit rough because it just came out the package. Let's see if I can get this on, get it nice and snug on my wrist. And let's see how it looks with this in the strap. There we go. What do you guys think? So it looks like, that's what I like. I don't like anything too crazy. Like this would be with 3 buckles. So maybe if I do choose this design, I can take off one of the buckles because I don't think I would need it, to be honest. But I like the way this looks, kind of minimal, nothing crazy. It feels nice on my wrist. It's smooth. The heart rate sensor and everything nothing's blocked, so it touches my wrist, so it can recognize. Let's see if it does recognize my heart rate, just to make sure. I know that's one thing I don't want to mess up is any of the features on the watch, just by I like it. Looks pretty good. Yeah, measures my heartbeat and everything. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna see how this plays out. I'm gonna test this out with some wear and tear, just normal wear. I'm not gonna put it in water because I don't think any of the nylon bands, even the ones Apple release, are do good with water. So we're gonna see how that goes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna stick with this manufacturer. And then maybe send over some designs that I'm working on to see if they can produce samples of that and have them sent over. But if you guys have any comments or thoughts, please drop them below, or send me a message or whatever. I'd like to hear what people think. Or I know it's a bit hard in the video being able to see that from the quality perspective, but if you guys have any suggestions, comments, whatever it may be, questions, for any of the manufacturers. I've been using mainly the Alibaba website, and then I've also reached out to some manufacturers here in the US to see if there's anything we can work on to get God, I need a haircut, to work on getting bands made directly here. But the pricing is kind of, they're pricing to be honest, the pricing to manufacture one of the bands here is going to be almost the same cost as I'm looking to sell it for retail. So I'm not sure if that's going to work out, but if I can find more manufacturers with this type of quality, this one feels great. I like this one. If I can find some manufacturers that offer this one and then kind of compare pricing, that's one of my next steps, is to kind of look around a little bit more, and then also send over some designs. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Please, again, comment, share the video with anybody that's gonna be looking to make their own business or start their own company, whatever it is they're doing. If I can help in any way, please send me a message, comment, or anything like that. So you guys have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video.